Hey guys, so with the murder of George Floyd and the genocide against Black bodies in the United States and all over the world, I've been thinking a lot about this idea of humanity and how Black people in this world constantly have their humanity stripped from them, whether that be in death or in our waking lives. And I've been thinking about that a lot in regards to the media, because obviously I'm an actress and this is my profession. And I've been thinking about the role in which the media plays in stripping Black people of their own humanity. And I thought back to this article that I wrote in 2018 when I was sick and tired of playing the Black best friend, and I was sick and tired of being a prop. And I wrote this article and I wanted to share it with you guys just to shed some light on what I think Hollywood's responsibility is in all of this. My name is Asha, which translates to life in Swahili. I like to imagine this means I encompass everything that shapes the human existence. I experience and I feel it all, the good and the bad, and I am moving through the world as a wanderer and a seeker on my own journey of self-realization. I was born with a soul as deep as the ocean and an imagination as vast as the sky. And I discovered at an early age that I have a burning passion to sing, act, and write in an attempt to awaken the greatness in others that I see in myself. This is why I will not be limited by your idea of what it means to be Black. I have never considered myself a side story or a one-liner or worse, silent. I am the daughter of Jamaican parents who migrated to Canada in their early teens. My Afro-Caribbean lineage is filled with rich history, and I am a compilation of all of these stories rolled into one being. My story did not begin in slavery. It began with great warriors, empires, kings, and queens. I am tired of seeing myself only represented in shackles. I am tired of the limited, thoughtless portrayal of what it looks like to be a Black woman. I was not put on earth to simply support white characters through their woes or add sass to a storyline. I have so much more to contribute, and so I am speaking on it. I want to challenge the trendy notion of what it means to be diverse. It seems to me that everybody wants to be part of this diversity club, but not many take the time to actually consider what this looks like or what it even means. So here is my perspective as a young African Caribbean actress who has been a part of this industry for 10 years. Here is the perspective of a young Black woman who is in love with all that she is and refuses to feel less than for it. Being diverse does not mean creating ethnic characters around the stereotypes of who you think we are. It does not mean that you insinuate flawed, conditioned archetypes into the fabric of your stories. We are not your musical break. Okay, and we're not your sassy remark before a commercial break. We are not your clickbait or your quota fillers. You don't get to use us to lure your audience into a diverse experience that does not deliver. Being diverse does not mean you fit neck rolling and finger snapping into your narratives in an attempt to represent us. Here's what it could mean. You create authentic, three-dimensional characters who have the same opportunity to explore the very essence of what makes them human. Characters that live, breathe, feel, and bleed in the same way that you do. Characters who go through life living and feeling in the same way that you do. Characters who get to cry and experience pain, and characters who get to laugh and experience joy. We don't have to be the best friend or support system on a white character's journey to give our lives meaning and purpose. We can actually be the ones at the center of that story, the focal point of that narrative, experiencing the ups and downs of an imperfect life. We can be our own heroes. In fact, we already are. Being diverse means that you give someone a chance to be seen, heard, and considered. It means that you write the same story, but cast someone who hasn't historically been seen in that role. You don't need to change their mannerisms or add a bit of attitude in an attempt to make it your toxic idea of authentic. I have been cast as the Black best friend in more projects than I'd like to remember. I can play that role with my eyes closed. The problem is that I am simply tired of supporting Caucasian lead characters as if there is any less validity to the triumphs and downfalls of my own life. I am just as interesting, and my soul is just as much a vital fabric of the universal experience. I will not stop until my voice is celebrated, not tolerated. There was a time in which I was so desperate to be included, I would have taken any role. I was so desperate to represent for little girls who looked just like me. I wanted to be given a chance to share my gifts with the world, and so I was happy to play the black best friend. But I realize now that those images I was so comfortable playing are just as damaging as not seeing myself at all. So yes, I have a problem with you reducing me to an eye roll. I'm not your angry archetype. I have more to contribute than just standing in the background to support your quota agenda. I am not your shoulder to cry on. Don't include me to silence me. I'm more than a prop. I am a living, breathing being with a heart of gold and a soul on fire, and I speak for so many other people of color who plan to kick down the door and inspire millions of children worldwide. I'm not enraged. I mean, frankly, I'm quite bored. I'm bored of the same thoughtless, uncreative rhetoric that people of ethnicity are forced to conform to. It has not and will never be an accurate representation of the world that we live in. So I challenge Hollywood to do better. I challenge my fellow artists and industry members to push themselves outside of their comfort zones and create deeper, create new topics, and get to know someone who doesn't look like you. You will be better for it. Our worlds will be better for it. You see, when you deny my right to exemplify a three-dimensional, nuanced existence, you deny your own. Because at our core, we are all the same damn thing. Thank you guys for listening. I pray that it inspires you to be courageous and use your voice. And I pray that it inspires you to know that you are worthy, valid, and enough exactly as you are. So come as you are. We need your voice. Thank you guys.